All right, guys, so like I said in my email, we're going to work on half moon. So last week we talked about that, filling this low belly in the torso with air to keep us stable. And we use bird dog to work on that. And we're going to explore that with our half moon shape. And I'm already warmed up, so I can come into it. But if we breathe into this part of the body, the hips are our center of gravity anyway, for like hinging or squatting or anything of that nature. And so when we come into our half moon, they're even more that center of gravity over that standing leg, the extended leg, than our torso. So when we fill this part with air, the whole torso, it gives us that control in the hips there. So we're going to continue to just bring our awareness to the breath, not just for our yoga poses, but just for everything that we do. And you guys know, you guys sing, so you guys know all about that. But just even going deeper and noticing that mind-body connection, the limbs, where they are in space, and how just bringing our awareness to what we're doing with our torso gives us that support and that balance. So actually, we're going to start standing before we make our way to the floor. So we're just going to come up nice and tall. And when we ground into our feet, we imagine that we have a triangle at the bottom of our feet, the big toe pad, the pinky toe pad, and then that heel. So imagine grounding into a triangle. So feel that little tripod on the earth, roll the shoulders up, back, and down. We're going to tuck that pelvis. So kind of, if you naturally have a little bit of the hips going back, just going to bring them forward. Stand up nice and tall, roll the shoulders up, back, and down. And we'll close our eyes. Yeah, let out a sigh. Allow yourself to begin here, this inward journey. And just feel the natural breath. And just follow it wherever it goes in the body. It might not feel that low belly, and that's okay. You might just feel kind of the upper belly, the mid stomach. Not trying to change the breath. Now we'll imagine filling the front and the back body with air as we breathe in. And the next breath, filling the front and the back and the sides. Pull all the way around the body. And then we'll come into that natural breath. You can open the eyes if you want. We're going to bring our arms up overhead. And let's step that right foot over the left and just reach the fingertips over to that right side, coming into kind of a half moon shape, opening up the left side body for air. Breathing into that left side body. And then exhale back to the top. Inhale across the feet. Exhale, cross the left foot over right. Ground into the right foot. And then we'll inhale and side bend over to the left. Opening up that right side of the body. Inhale to the middle. Exhale, uncross the feet. Let the hands come down to the side. And now we'll gently make our way to the floor. And we're going to make that shape on our backs. First, we'll come neutral into Shavasana. And it's really easy to notice the back body breathing in that back body when we're on the floor. So as we lie here, breathe into that back of the body. And you probably have the low back off the ground because we're just having this neutral, natural, relaxed, effortless rest. So maybe you feel little shoulder blades in the earth. And now from here, you can move over to that left side of the mat. The hips on the left side, bring the heels towards the right corner, bottom corner. The left leg can cross over the right. Arms come up overhead and reach those arms towards the right top corner of the mat. Maybe that right hand finds that left wrist, just kind of gently, just holds it as we rest the wrist in the right corner of the mat. The shoulders and the head are towards the right side, the hips are kind of towards the left. I'm just gonna relax and breathe here. Allowing the side body to open, creating space in those intercostals. Space for the breath. So we can give our body as much room to breathe. As you're ready, let those arms kind of come back towards that left side and the shoulders. Uncross the feet if they were crossed. Let the legs come neutral. Let the whole body come neutral again. So maybe you kind of lift those hips and the sits bones and create that natural space between the low back and the floor. Shoulder blades on the earth. Feel the chest rise and fall. And then we'll exhale to bring the body to the right side of the mat. And the hips are going to stay on that right side. The feet are going to move towards that bottom left corner. The right foot can cross over the left if you want. And then the arms come towards that top left corner. And if you want, that left hand can hold that right wrist. That left ear might be kind of resting towards that left shoulder. And just let gravity allow this side body to open as the shoulder kind of drops towards the earth and that right foot crosses over. Creating space for breath to move. More space for that prana, the life force energy, to send life to all of those nooks and crannies of the body. Maybe you feel the right side stomach kind of feel easier with air too as we open up the side body. One more breath or two. And then as you're ready, you're going to uncross those feet, let go of the hands, and bring yourself back to neutral. Back to that Shavasana. It should feel good to come out of that little half banana shape, that bananasana. Yeah, right? On your next exhale, bring the knees to the chest. This is going to release that low back a little bit and rock side to side if you want. Feeling some air, feel the low back, mid back, upper back, and maybe you decide to bring your chin, your nose towards the knees. Rolling up into a little ball. And let's lie back on to the shoulder blades. Find our happy baby. So you can bring the arms on the inside of the knees or the outside of the knees. And find the outside of the foot. Let the breath go. Opening up the backs of the legs a little bit. Good. Maybe even feel the upper chest releasing as our arms support those legs, those feet. Just a couple more breaths. Good. Exhale, release the feet from the hands. Let those legs come long. We're going to reach our arms up overhead this time. Really reach to the fingertips. Go point those toes. Like a cat stretching in the morning. And then we'll rest in Shavasana with hands at the side. The palms can be up or the palms can be down, but just find an effortless rest. Our half moon shape, our Ardha Chandrasana. It's a challenging balancing pose, a standing pose. Energetically, it offers ease, stability, and receptivity. So as we move throughout these postures today, maybe pausing and noticing the ease, noticing what feels stable in the body or the mind, and allowing yourself to receive all the benefits. And if you have an area of your life or your day today that could use ease, stability, and receptivity, perhaps just bring that to your heart space. And allow this energy that we cultivate together to move in that direction, supporting that thing, that situation. On an exhale, make your way to table. So maybe you hug the knees in a couple times more, find a happy baby, maybe you find a downward facing dog, a fish pose, whatever it might be. We'll meet in our tabletop in a few breaths. And just noticing the connection. Sometimes, moving through what we just did in our, what you might say a warm up, if you want to call it that, it can bring up other areas of the body that might need some opening or attention. And so maybe just notice that right now. If you found, oh, when I was a happy baby, I noticed X, Y, or Z. And then we'll meet in table with those wrists underneath the shoulders and those knees underneath the hips. And rather than coming right into this cat-cow to warm up the spine, we're just going to bring the heart kind of between the hands, maybe above those fingertips, and over to that right wrist. And then bring that heart back, coming towards that right knee, and over to the left knee, maybe towards the left side of the mat, over that left wrist, left fingertips. So it's like your heart, if there was a little pencil hanging down from that heart, making a little circle on your mat. And then maybe you switch directions. Just noticing if you feel a stretch anywhere. This inward journey of yoga. Go ahead and bring that heart back to the middle. Shoulders over the wrists again. Before we go any further, let's curl the toes under, let the hips up and back, and find your Adho Mukha Svanasana. Maybe those heels are on the earth. If you want, you can bend those knees towards the ground and then reach that chest towards the top of the thighs, and then straighten those legs out again. And you might find that the heart sinks a little closer to the legs, not that it has to. And see if you can relax those shoulder blades on the back. And imagine your right hand was turning the doorknob to the right, and your left hand was turning the doorknob to the left. And notice how that feels across the upper back and the shoulder blades. Taking that right hand as if you were turning a knob to the right, and that left hand as if you were turning a knob to the left. And feel those shoulder blades, armpits kind of open. Let's breathe in. And then exhale, lower down the knees. Bring those hands underneath the shoulders. Maybe sit back into a child's pose. Bring those palms up to the sky. Feel that chest open a little bit. Maybe press the back of the hands into the earth. Feel a stretch in those lats underneath the armpits. Bring awareness to the low spine, the mid spine, the upper spine. And then we'll exhale to come to that table. Let the breath go. And then with awareness on that torso, let's drop the belly, and we're going to lift the heart, and we're going to breathe into the upper back, mid back, low back. And then we'll exhale, starting at the hips, tuck that pelvis, round that spine, bring that chin to the chest. And as we pause here, we'll inhale to the lower back, mid back, fill the upper back. And then exhale, drop the belly, lift the heart, nice and slow, bringing this movement into a little bit of mindfulness and intention, breathing in the whole spine, the whole back. And then we'll exhale to tuck that pelvis, rounding the spine with awareness, chin to chest. And let's inhale, find that neutral spine. We talked about this last week. That doesn't mean the back is flat. It just means that we don't have a tuck, we don't have a tilt. Breathe in. And now let's inhale to send that right leg back. Keep that spine as neutral as you can. And so that means that that leg is just high enough, just low enough that we don't have a drop in the belly, we don't have a round in the spine. The leg is just there. And then we'll inhale to send the left arm forward. Let's breathe in. Good. On an exhale, bring that left arm out to the side like a T. Bring it back forward. Exhale, lower that left hand to the ground. Pause here. Let's point that foot. And then we'll flex the foot. And then point that foot. Flex the foot. I bring that right knee to the ground. Walk the hands forward. Drop the heart for our Anahatasana. Happy pose. Sigh as that heart sinks towards the floor. Breathe in. Good. Exhale. And another breath. Now we're going to exhale to lower down the elbows, the forearms, bring those legs back onto the earth, the thighs, the hips. We're going to come into our crocodile. We're going to take a little bit different crocodile than we usually do. So we're going to bring kind of that right hand towards that right elbow crease and the right hand towards that left elbow. And then maybe you walk those arms a little bit in front of the shoulders, but keep a curve in that low back. It doesn't have to be a deep curve like our cobra. It doesn't even have to be like Sphinx. It's a little lower, so the low ribs are on the ground, but the arms support us. Now breathe into the belly, press the belly into the floor. And let the breath out. Breathing in and out. Activating our vagus nerve, letting our body know that we're safe. And now from here, bring those fingertips to shine towards the front of the mat. Walk the elbows in, then bring the hands under the shoulders, press up to your table. Let out a sigh. Maybe notice if there's a softening in the torso that wasn't here before. Notice maybe if it feels steadier, whatever it might be. Bring your awareness to the torso. And then as you're ready, we're going to inhale, send that left leg back. Find that neutral spine. Give yourself some time here to find that. So it's just right. So the hips aren't flaring open, the hips are square to the ground. And then as you're ready, when you feel that stability in the torso, then you bring that right arm forward. And then we'll bring that right arm out to the side, pausing at the side. Maybe even notice how that right leg responds as the right arm comes out to the side. Bring the right arm forward and notice where the effort is in that right leg. It's a little more outer hip. Let's bring it out to the side again. It's a little more quad. You might notice, it might be different in your body. Bring it forward again and just see how that right leg, because moving that arm affects the leg and the muscles that are activated, because that's our center of gravity. That's what's keeping us still. Let's breathe in. Good. Exhale, bring that right hand down. And then we'll just point and flex the toes again on that left foot, pointing and flexing. And notice how that affects the leg. Notice the glute responding. Notice even the low back. Don't go searching for the same experience I'm explaining, but just notice, just be aware that our body is all working together, it's all integrated. And now as you're ready, let's bring that left knee down to the earth. This time we'll come into wide-legged child's pose. Bring those knees wide, drop the hips back, walk the hands forward. Palms can be up or down. Exhale. Sometimes it's nice in a child's pose to plant the palms, let those forearms come off the ground, and just kind of dip one armpit towards the knee and then the other. You just feel a little bit more opening in those lats. When we open up the lats, we open up the shoulders. Again, everything's so connected. When we open up the shoulders, we might stand a little more even. Sometimes we think a lot of times it's hips, knees, ankles, but it can also be the lats pulling on the shoulders. All right, guys, we're going to breathe in. And then we're going to exhale to come up onto the forearms, onto the front of the body, the belly, the low ribs. And then we're going to come into that crocodile once more. So the opposite hands find opposite elbow. Walk the elbows as far forward as you want. And then do that diaphragmatic breathing, breathing that belly into the floor. We bring awareness to the side body on an inhale, on an exhale. Good. Your next breath, bring those palms underneath the shoulders. We're going to press up to a baby cobra just for a breath. Drop those shoulders if you had a backpack on. And then exhale back to your downward facing dog. Oh, sigh. Oh. Feel this torso now in an inversion. The heart higher than the head. Anytime the heart is higher than the head, that's an inversion. The hips are higher than the shoulders here. Breathing in and out. Now let's inhale to rock it forward. Coming into our plank pose, the Shavasana. Maybe you bring those kneecaps towards the hips. Press through the heels. So we're kind of moving that energy in opposite direction. The heels reach back, but those kneecaps reach forward. And maybe here you reach the side of the shoulder towards the right side of the mat, the left side shoulder to the left side, really activating the shoulders. Breathing in. Maybe you bring that right knee to the right elbow and you can pause there. Breathe in, and then we'll inhale to send it back. Exhale, bring that left knee to the left elbow and pause. And then we'll inhale to send it back. Let's breathe in. And then we'll exhale, bring that right knee towards that right elbow. And then bring that right foot off the ground. That left foot stays back. And reach that left arm up to sky. Parigasana, big pose. Inhale. Nice, guys. Let's exhale to bring the shoulders over the hips. So the left hand reaching left, right arm to the right. Breathe in. Now exhale, reach that right hand to the ground. Maybe you hover it over the earth. Maybe you find that block and place that hand in the block, press the hand into the block, and you feel that rebound in the shoulder. Left arm to sky. Inhale. Now exhale, bring that left arm down, that left leg, reaching the right arm to sky. Breathing into that side body that we've been opening and offering a little bit more life into. Now exhale, that right hand towards the block or the floor, left arm to sky. Good. And now from here, that right palm shines towards the left side of your mat. So kind of have the fingertips towards the ground. And then with that left hand, just clamshell it shut towards that right palm. And then maybe slide that left hand down, that right hand. Feel the opening in the back, maybe. And then we'll inhale to reach the left arm to sky. Exhale, clamshell that left hand onto that right palm. The legs offering stability and the torso. Slide the fingertips to meet. Pause. Then open that left hand back to sky. Exhale, bring shoulders over hips. Then reach those fingertips apart. Create space in the chest. Let's exhale to bring the hands behind the back, interlace the fingers, and drop those interlaced fingers towards that right heel. Maybe drop the head back, opening the side of the neck, tops of the shoulders. Keep those hands down, reaching for that heel, and now bring that chin to the chest. Maybe opening the tops of the shoulders again. And bring that head to neutral, so ears are over shoulders. Open up those arms. Do you feel the lightness in the arms after being clasped? Reach that right hand towards the floor, kind of coming into that tilt again. And from here, maybe bring that left leg off the ground, flex the left foot towards the face. I like to call this half moon. Maybe a mathematician, maybe quarter moon. This is our half moon on the floor. If you want, you can bring that left foot to the ground and take a pause. And you can inhale to lift that foot back up. And give awareness to the torso, breathing into that low belly, and just feel how that might make a difference in the stability. And now exhale, lower that foot. Exhale, lower that left hand to the ground. Bring yourself back to table. Knees are side by side. Hands are underneath the shoulders, and we're going to come into that little circle with the heart. Penciling that circle with the heart. Switching directions. Offering up a little opening in the outer hip. And we just kind of give a little awareness to in that gate pose. Let's breathe in again. Maybe exhale, sit back in child's pose. Then we can inhale up to our table. Breathe in. Exhale, bring that left knee towards that left wrist. Bring the left foot off the mat. And that right leg comes down long. Reach the right arm to sky. I'm just going to turn around so we can face you guys. So just the other way now. That right leg long, left knee is grounding. Really extend through the right fingertips. Breathing in. And now we'll exhale to bring those shoulders over the hips. So right hand towards that right leg, left arm to sky. Breathing in and breathing out. And then exhale, bring that left hand towards the ground or let it hover. Press it into the block if you've got that block there. And feel the right arm extend. Bring awareness to the torso. Imagine you had that belt that we talked about last week. And you're breathing into like a corset or a big belt, feeling 360 degrees around the torso with breath. Inhale, bring the right hand towards that right leg again. Let's reach the left arm kind of over the head. And then exhale, that left hand comes back towards that ground again. The left palm can shine towards the long edge of the mat. And we're going to clamshell that hand. So we'll exhale to bring the right palm towards the left and then slide the fingertips to meet. And then we'll open back up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale the clamshell. Slide the fingertips to meet. That's the ticket to open up the back. And then we'll inhale to reach the arm for sky. Nice strong left leg, right? That strong outer left hip supporting us as we exhale, bring the right hand towards the palm. Slide the fingertips down, pausing here. Breathe in. Inhale, reach that arm up one more time. Bring the shoulders over the hips. Reach fingertip to fingertip. We just compress that left side body a lot. So we can bring that right hand down, the left arm up. And then we'll exhale to come into that quarter moon. If you like to reduce those fractions, get that right leg off the ground, flexing that foot towards the face. Right hand sky. Fill that belly with air and see how that supports you in keeping yourself balanced. You want to lower that foot down. Then exhale to bring that outer glute and the outer hip active again. Breathe in. Exhale, lower that foot. Exhale, lower that right hand. Come into that table. And once you get to that tabletop, curl the toes under, lift the hips up and back, and that downward facing dog. Feel that spine lengthen. We just give a lot of flexion to that spine. So now we're going to bring it long again. Nice stable spine. Breathe in. Exhale. And here, ground that right foot. Those 3 pads on the foot. Ground the hands. Bring the left foot up to the sky. Bend that knee. Stack the hips. Maybe glance underneath that right shoulder, that right armpit. And here, keep that chest reaching for the thighs. Sometimes when we come into the stacked hip, we kind of hover forward. Try to keep that chest reaching for the thighs. There's that ease and stability and receptivity here. Exhale, lower the left foot. Inhale. Let's exhale, bring that left foot forward between the hands. Ground the ball, that right foot, or lower that heel down if you want. We're going to inhale to extend to the side body into our Virabhadrasana 1. Drop the hips. Drop the shoulder blades to relax. Breathe in. Let's exhale to bring the hands into a little menorah. Pinch the shoulder blades together. And then bring the palms together in front of the chest. Exhale, frame the foot. Inhale, step it back to your plank. Pause in that plank. Heels reach back. Kneecaps towards the hips. Down towards reaching to each side, right side, left side. Breathe in. Notice the breath. Breathe into that torso. Exhale, downward facing dog. As you're ready, ground the left foot, the hands, and then reach that right foot up to sky. As you're ready, bend that knee, stack the hip, bring that foot towards the left side of the body. Keep that chest from hovering. It's going to want to hover forward. Keep the chest pressing towards that left thigh. You can make some circles with the knee if you want. Exhale, bring that knee back to meet the right. Inhale, step it forward between those hands. And then we'll inhale to lengthen into Virabhadrasana. That left heel comes down. Ground that right foot, the left foot, the arms, breathing. If you want to find that menorah once more, pinch those shoulder blades together, opening the chest. Inhale in front of the body. Exhale, fold forward to frame that foot. This time we're going to exhale to step forward, coming into Uttanasana. You can sway side to side if you want. Yes. Bend the knees, inhale to rise up. Mountain pose. And soften the gaze to the point where those eyelashes just rest. One set on top of another. Gentle sway of the body. Maybe there's no sway. Inhale. Exhale, release those hands. You can come down to the side body. And then wiggle out the feet, sway side to side. Make sure those blocks are handy. We're going to come into our half moon here. Towards the corners of the mat, those blocks. Shoulders roll up, back and down. Maybe bring the hands to clasp again behind the back, reaching. Palms down, head comes back. And pause. Exhale, chin to chest. Keep those hands reaching for the earth. And then bring the head back forward, ears over shoulders. Relax the arms. Inhale, sweep the arms up to sky. And then exhale, folding forward. Breathe in. Exhale, ground that right foot. Step the left foot back and pivot that heel down. The toes face the long edge. That right knee bends a lot or a little. Bring that left arm to reach back for the foot. And then bring the right arm forward. And the arms reach out like a T for that Virabhadrasana too. Breathe in. And now let's exhale to just bend that right knee over the ankle. Over the toes as far as you want, giving our ankles a little mobility and range of motion today. And then we'll bring that knee back over the ankle. Inhale. Exhale to bring that right hand kind of towards that right foot. Heel toe that left foot a little closer towards the right, and then we find that block with that right hand. And then from there, ground into the triangle part of that right foot. Exhale to press up to lift that left leg. And then maybe those hips come open. I'm going to get out behind this curtain. The hips kind of come open. Torso, breathe into the entire low belly, mid belly. You feel that left arm rise. The left leg is back. Exhale to bend that right knee, lower that left foot down. With control, kind of coming up. Just to stand, the right toe points forward, kind of like a triangle set up on the shoulders. Up, back, and down. Relax those arms. Inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, reach that left hand down towards that left leg, right arm back. Good reverse triangle. And then exhale, we're gonna come into that once more. Bring the palms towards the ground. Exhale, bend that right knee. I'm just gonna hinge, hinging at the waist, like leaning up towards and onto that block, grounding the triangle points of that right foot. So there's really no weight on the left foot right now. And then slowly straighten that right leg as you float the left foot off the ground. Hips might stack. Maybe it feels better if they're not quite so stacked. Now, bend that right knee. Bending to lower that left leg. Both the arms up. Now, right toe points forward. Let's exhale to bring the right hand in front of that right knee, left arm to sky. Variation of Trikonasana. Exhale, clamshell that left hand towards that right hand. Slide the fingertips to meet so the heart kind of squares. Breathe in. Now exhale, bend that right knee. Step the left foot to meet the right foot. And fold into your Uttanasana. Yeah, bring a gentle sway. Side to side. Breathe in. Exhale, ground that left foot. Inhale, step that right foot back. Pivot that right heel towards the ground. Toes of that right foot face the long edge. And then sweep those arms back and out, coming into that Virabhadrasana 2. So bend that left knee as much or as little as is comfortable for your body. Kind of notice maybe those hips, which direction they're pointing. Arms can extend and be long. Breathe in. Then we're going to come into that range of motion for the ankle, bending that knee a lot, dropping that knee past that ankle, as much as is comfortable. And exhale back. Virabhadrasana 2. Breathe in. Exhale, hinging at the waist, that left arm coming on the inside of that left foot maybe. Find that block. Heel toe that right foot closer to that left. And then as you're ready, that's when you drop in the weight of that left foot. Drop onto that block with that left hand and float that right foot up to sky. And the right arm follows. Breathing into that corset. And as you're ready, bend that left knee. Float that right foot down. Inhale to bring the left leg straight, shoulders kind of over the hips. Exhale, right hand down that right leg, reversing our triangle to create some space in that part of the body that we just kind of compressed a little. Exhale. Now let's come into that half moon again. Bend that left knee. Exhale to hinge. That left hand floating towards that block. Giving ourselves some grace here. Just explore. Moving that block wherever it needs to be. Feeling our energy in all directions. 2 more breaths. Exhale, bend that left knee whenever you're ready. Float the right foot to the earth. Shoulders over hips, straighten that left leg. Exhale, right hand down that right leg, left arm to sky. Breathe in. Exhale, hinging, bringing that left hand on the inside of that left knee, Trikonasana. Exhale to clamshell, that right hand towards that left, sliding those fingertips to meet. And we'll pause here. Be feeling it opening across the low back, the shoulders. Bend that left knee a lot as you kind of pivot on the ball, that right foot, and come into a forward fold. Right foot meets left, let yourself hang. Maybe grabbing opposite elbows for a ragdoll. And just releasing the back of the neck, releasing the face. Sometimes we strain our faces in different shapes, so just maybe allow the face to be loose. Just exhale, lower those hands to the ground, point those toes towards the edges of the mat, drop the hips down for Malasana. Garland Pose. And here's something that's nice to offer a sway side by side, or side to side. Breathe in. Exhale, bring those hands to the earth. And plant those hands, you lift the hips and walk those feet back to downward facing dog. But keep that core engaged the entire way. Exhale, lower those heels if that's in your practice. Chest reaching for the thighs, breathing in. Exhale, lower down to the knees. Tops of the feet to the floor. Let the hands plant, and we'll inhale to bring that right knee towards the right wrist. So right foot kind of towards the left side of the mat. Sometimes I keep mine more in the middle. Just find what feels good for you as you extend that left leg long. Maybe you bring the block underneath the hip. And just come into a pigeon that's going to be supportive for your practice today. Letting the chin maybe dangle towards the earth, the face be effortless. Be bringing in a 4-count inhale, a 4-count exhale. Slowly on an exhale, begin to lift the head, maybe lift the chest and plant the hands if they're not planted already. Maybe rock back on that left knee, send the right knee back to meet the left. Sometimes it feels good to come into kind of a somewhat of an upward facing dog to just open up the hip flexors and open up the front of the core. Exhale back to your table. Maybe sway those hips. And then on an inhale, bring that left knee towards that left wrist. The foot towards the side of the mat, coming into your Kapotasana on the other side. Oh, letting everything just kind of be where it is, falling into this end of this effort, allowing this to be as effortless as you can. Good. I'm going to inhale, I can lift the head and the chin, plant the hands, lifting the heart. You want to sit down onto that left cheek, that left thigh, bring that right foot forward. The left foot meets it. Bring hands kind of behind you. Feet can be wide. Just windshield wiper those knees side to side. And then with as much effort as you can, or little effort as you can, with much ease, bring those feet to plant. Lower down the forearms, the palms, the elbows. Gently lower down the back. Once you get to that back, maybe you find your Apanasana, knees to the chest, or your happy baby, your Ananda Balasana. Finding a little bit of closure, kind of tying loose ends on this body here. Oh. And then when you're ready, release any effort as you bring yourself to your Shavasana. in this Shavasana, it's an opportunity to really rest. It's a mindful rest. The intent is rest. The intent is integration. Integrating the benefits of all the shapes, every breath. And allow those muscles to relax so much, it's as if there is melting off the bones. And the bones just drop, nothing to hold them up. Our corpse pose. Allowing ourselves space for ease. Allowing ourselves space for stability. Allowing ourselves receptivity. Begin to bring your awareness to the external. Perhaps the ticking of a clock or the lingering of a train whistle. The coolness of the floor, the twinkle of a holiday light. And as you're ready, you can close in a seated position if you'd like, slowly making your way there, or you can remain on your back. As you're ready, let's draw a breath in and exhale. And inhale to close. Exhale. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste. Namaste, Julie. Namaste. Namaste.